ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit, Startimus, subscribe for
Sandy butt.
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Mezco Toyz action figure review on the 1/12 collective Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Armored Batman. If you're trying to pick this up, you can get your Mezco Toyz at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
I saw this one on display at San Diego Comic-Con. I actually had seen it at Toy Fair as well, and it looked amazing. Has LED light-up eyes and everything, and I really like the packaging on here as well. We get the Batman Superman logo right there. We also have this sleeve that you can move, you know, and I'll move more of it later on, but on the side you get the BBS right there, and then on the back you can see a bunch of poses, LED eyes right there, and then as you can see when you peel this off right there, you just get the Batman, and then on the side you get the same thing, and then you get the 1/12 collective at the top, not much more at the bottom, and then you get this piece that stays together with magnets, and then you get the Batman logo over there, looking really cool. You can feel the texturing change right there, and then you get the figure right there. Alright, let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the armored Batman out of the packaging, up on his display stand here with these little cables that attach to the cape, looking very cool. Well, not so cool from the back because you can see all the squiggly wires and everything going on over there. But again, this is very cool. I really like this figure a lot. I do have some issues with it though. There are some points of articulation that I'm a bit disappointed in, but this looks awesome, and I love that we're getting die-cast parts for his armor, which is very cool, and I love the LED light-up feature, and he does come with a ton of accessories. Now, as far as instructions go, we just get this little pamphlet right here explaining how to install the batteries that do come with this figure and to turn the lights on and everything, which is pretty easy, and I'll show that off in a minute. But looking at the base first off, you get the nice Superman Batman logo right over there. This is scuffed just due to me trying to get this peg out of here. It was very frustrating getting that off, and I ended up scuffing the heck out of this thing, so I'm pretty bummed out about that, but it's not the worst thing that could have happened. But anyway, you take this peg out right over here because he does have the peg holes at the bottom of his feet to port into that, and you could replace it with this clear stand right here, which is awesome because it has articulated points, and you could use a screwdriver to tighten or loosen that up. Same thing right up here, and same thing right up here. We get this very nice clamp, which works out wonderfully. Then you can actually take this piece right here, and you use that to port in all these clips that go into the cape. So you want to remove this first, and then slide this around it. Come on. Oh no, slide in this way. There you go. And then just reattach that like that. And then now you have this attached to the clamp, and then you can just take one of these bendy wire pieces and port them into any of these right here, and you can bend this around any way you'd like, and then you just tuck the cape underneath and split that down, and this works better than it does on the Dark Knight Returns Mezco Batman. Love that we get the 8 interchangeable hands. He has a pair of fisted hands right here. He has a couple of grapple gun holding hands, so you can put the grapple gun in either one of those hands. Then he has his rifle holding hand, so you get the trigger fingers sticking out over there, and then there's a supporting hand right there, and then he has the wide open hands right over here. And all of these are painted out very well. Look at this detail, man. The dry brushing of the silver. Oh god, I love it. It looks so good. Oh man, these things are all just beautiful. Really, really well done here by Mezco. Really liking them a lot. Yeah, nice little wrinkles on the inside of the hands too. Immaculate. I love them. Oh, even these little pieces going around the fingers. Damn, they got all those little details. Then he has a grapple gun right over here, looking pretty sweet. You know, a lot more flat silver right here on the very top piece of it. Here's the underside. And he does come with 2 grapples, so you can put one in like that if you'd like. Or there's this one right here that comes with the string attached to it, so you could port this in at the bottom. So you get that going, and I'm not going to unravel the whole thing just yet, but just showing how you could port that in there, and it doesn't want to just go right in there. I think I have a little piece of plastic at the edge, so I have to file that down with an X-Acto knife. But anyway, it looks pretty cool. I'm not really going to use this in my display. I don't have the space to, to have this string all the way out. Still, it looks very cool. Ooh, little soft pieces right there so it doesn't break. I like that. Nice bright silver. Then he has his rifle right over here looking awesome. I think this is great with the silver dry brushing once again. Nice sculpted detail throughout. You can pull this piece out right over here a little bit. I think that's cool. Nice looking fabric strap. Even has a little clip, which I haven't tried taking apart, but yeah, I'm not gonna. I think it's just fine the way it is. So that's pretty sweet. And you can also take these 2 little grenades. So he has his little grenades right over there because this Batman does love bloodshed. Oh yes, he does. Or are these smoke bombs? I can't really tell the difference, but I'm pretty sure they're grenades. And then we also get a little screw right over here in case, you know, something breaks. I don't know. We may need a screw. I love that we get the little Ziploc bag right here, kind of reminiscent to the import figures, but these are American-made figures. And then we get this die-cast Kryptonian spear, or the Kryptonite spear anyway, looking great. I love it, man. Nice heft to it, of course, because it's made out of die-cast metal, so I think that's awesome. Nice translucent green right over here at the tip. I love the sculpted detail in it. It looks very realistic. I love how light shines through it, so it's translucent, so that's very cool. Really like this a lot, and it is a bit pointy, so you don't want to be stabbing people with it. I am very impressed with this helmet sculpt and the face sculpt over here. I really like it a lot, man. I love all these little sculpted gashes in here. I love the color. We get this nice bright silver mixed in with brown, it looks like. I don't know, I'm seeing just a little bit of a brownish hue in the silver. It looks really good. Man, I think that's awesome. We just get a tiny little bit of Ben Affleck's face at the bottom over there. Very much looks like Ben Affleck to me anyway. I like the eyes and everything, even though the light up function is not activated at the moment. Just looking at the rest of this, we get some nice paint apps throughout. Yeah, you can definitely see that brownish hue in there. Looking on the back, man, oh, this is sick. Wow, they did such a good job with this one. I really like it. Man, all the little sculpted gashes in there. Yes, this thing is awesome. Damn, they killed it. Now, the light up feature is great. You just pop the head off. And the instructions, as I showed earlier, you just got to screw that off and then insert the batteries, turn the switch, and then just port this right back in, and now the eyes are lit up, which actually don't look too bright at the moment because I have so many lights on in this review station. But as I turn this down and turn that off and turn that off and turn that off all over there, I mean, you could really tell how bright it is right now. Then to see it standing in the dark with the big time letdown Spider-Man with only one light on, that's how that looks. So yeah, I'm really happy with the light up feature. And Pierre over at Mezco Toyz told me that he had this thing on almost an entire day and it didn't look like it was dimming at all. So I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. So very good light up feature on this. Now looking at the rest of the figure, we get some nice detail right there around the neck, not looking too bad. And then he has this undersuit going on throughout the whole thing. And then we get this armored plate right here, which is made out of die-cast metal, which is awesome. And it's not just a metal plate, it's this whole upper torso piece that connects all the way around to the back. As you can see, it goes around right here. I haven't tried detaching it. I don't think it is detachable, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. You get some wear right in there, and the sculpt, the gashes sculpted all the way through. I love how there's different degrees of gashing. You know what I mean? Like this gash is a little bit more shallow than these gashes over here. I don't know, just a little attention to details like that I really appreciate. Really think that looks awesome. So as you can hear, it has a high-pitched sound, and then that's the plastic sound right there, so you can hear it. Looking at the shoulder right here, some more cuts and gashes and everything. Again, I love the paint throughout on it. And you can see the undersuit right there, which has been very durable. I've been posing this figure around a bunch, and this really holds up very nicely, especially with having this die-cast piece attached to it. I just think it's just really good. You know, I really like it. Mesh underneath here is really nice. Really nice paint right here. Some nice bright gold. Again, we've already seen the fists. More gashes throughout. At the other side right here. Again, looking really cool. I like that. And yeah, looking at the hand, looking at the belt, looks pretty nice. I really like how this, you know, the soft material right here mixes in with the hard armor, you know, just looks really good. Anyway, looking at the thigh right there, again, just love all the little details throughout. I could talk about all the little details all damn day. I just can. Look at that, man. Ah, oh, jeez. Ah, it's so well done. Looking at the knees right here, they're just so different looking from each other. I just love that stuff, man. It's great. Yeah, the boots look awesome. Really, really nice. You can see the peg hold right underneath, painted all the way through to the very bottom of the feet. Now before looking at the cape, I wanted to get one last look at the back of the figure. He doesn't have anything covering his butt over there, which is actually a good thing because I think that would just hinder articulation. But looking at the cape, you can see it's attached to these two parts right over here on the front, and the cape looks great. Nice, thick, durable material. And I love that we get this brown paint on top of it. It just looks awesome, and it's all tattered at the bottom over there. Watching the movie recently, I did notice that, yeah, Batman's cape is very dirty at the bottom, as it should be. Ah, man, I just think that is awesome. I love it. Yes, nice cape. And if you want to see it sprawled out, you can see this image right over here. Now, as much as I really like this figure, I do feel that articulation is a little bit lacking. I wish they'd figured something out so that we could really utilize the double jointed elbows and double jointed knees on this figure, because that's really where it falls short. Getting him to look up, though, isn't too bad. So even with the light up feature and everything, you get some good looking up action over there, and he can look down very far, so that's great. You also get side to side movement over here and a great head pivot. His shoulders move outward. Actually, the left shoulder has gotten a little bit loose on mine, but not too bad. You can move the shoulder all the way out, and you can see it's kind of loose, and you can move it all the way down. He does have a butterfly joint in there, so you can move it forward and back. You can rotate the arm forward too. You do get a bicep swivel, which is kind of tricky to use. He has that single jointed elbow, and I think it's just being choked right over here by this band. I've tried moving the band, but it's attached to the shoulder pad, so yeah, he can't bend in more than that. You also get a rotation at the wrists, and all the wrists hinge up and down. He does have a diaphragm joint in here that churns side to side, and it doesn't really crunch forward too much, and it crunches back more than it does crunch forward. And this metal, this whole metal piece right over here is like digging into his back, so that's as far back as that goes, and same thing with the front piece. So it moves back and forward just some. You can rotate it side to side just at that diaphragm joint. His hips move outward that much, don't want to stretch it more than that. He can kick forward very far, so I do like that. He can kick back as well. He has an upper thigh rotation over here, and then you can see the knee just bends in. It doesn't really even meet 90 degrees, so that frustrates me. I wish there was a way to shift this around or do something where it could bend in a little bit more than that. The ankle doesn't really move down too much either. That's another thing that kind of bothers me. Getting him into jumping poses is a little bit awkward because he's always going to be kind of flat-footed, so you can move his ankle down just that much. You can move up just a little bit as well. You get side-to-side rotation, and he does have some ankle pivot. Now, measuring out this Batman figure, even though he is a 1/12 scale figure, he is standing just a hair over 7 inches tall. Now, for your Batman comparison, we have the Armor Knight Batman from Mezco Toyz compared to the Mezco 1/12 Dark Knight Returns Batman. And what's with his suit, huh? Is it the focus on my camera mess with that? It's kind of a trip, isn't it? But anyway, they're about the same size. This guy's just a little bit taller. I'm curious to know if they'd used the same buck from this guy for this one over here. I feel like this buck would have been a little bit too big for this figure, so I think they may have gone with a smaller buck. And then here's our armored Batman compared to the Mezco Toyz 1/12 Collective Star Trek's Mr. Spock. And this body mold is much smaller than the Dark Knight Returns body mold, but I still think that they may have used a different mold for this figure right over here. I think they have at least 3 different body molds that they use. And then here's our Mezco armored Batman compared to the DC Multiverse armored Batman from Mattel, and wow, what a huge difference between these two, night and day, right? This kind of feels like a bathtub toy now that I have this one. And then here's the armored Batman next to the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. My mother's name isn't Martha, but I do have an Aunt May. And my mom's name's actually Mary. I mean, that's kind of close, isn't it? Isn't it? No! There was a tiny little bit of extra plastic on the peg at the end of that string that goes into the grapple gun, and I did shave that off, and now it fits in nicely, and the grapple actually hooks onto my lamp over there. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. It's a pretty awesome figure. I really like the die cast in it. It has this nice heft to it. I really like the LED function, and the cape is awesome. It's just that I wish they gave us more articulation in the ankles, the knees, and the elbows. It just needs a little bit more throughout, but it's kind of tricky because it's a bulky figure, so I can understand how it's a little bit harder to do that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit the like button. Click any of the boxes popping up over here for more Shart all over your face. If you have not yet hit the subscribe button, what is wrong with you, man? Click that button right over there for more ShartimusPrime videos coming your way. If you have not yet seen the Big Time Letdown compilation for June 2016, go ahead and click that button right over there to check that out. Yes, I've actually been doing 1 year of stop motion videos practically daily. Stop motion every day. Woo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, if you want to see my previous review, go ahead and click the button right down over there. And if you want to follow me on the social media, go ahead and check me out on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And you can see the latest in action figure news over at toynewseye.com. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hear the die cast.